coming up in court today.
There were two of them. There's another person on my right who had grabbed my arm, and he was trying to get my purse from my right arm. The guy on my right side, he bit me on my arm, on my shoulder right here. He bit me.
In the court system, justice is not always just. That's why they bring their disputes here. Real people, real problems, real justice. Justice is eye for an eye.
The plaintiff is suing the defendant for biting her and stealing her purse. The defendant claims he never bit the plaintiff nor stole her purse.
I'm the plaintiff and I'm gonna win. I'm suing my superintendent of my apartment for attacking me. I found myself on his desk. He's gonna get caught today, and that's it.
I'm the defendant, and I'm gonna win today. This crazy lady has been a tenant in this apartment. I know I was at the time of her attack, and I'm gonna win this case today.
All right!
Kelly Jacobson, you are suing your superintendent of your apartment complex, Jim Turner, because you're saying that you believe he attacked you and bit you. Is that correct? And that you're suing for $396.76 in medical bills, and then you want unspecified amount of damages for punitive damages, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and Mr. Turner, you are saying that you weren't even around when the attack occurred, and it's not you.
That is correct.
All right, tell me about your case, Ms. Jacobs.
Well, I was on my way home from work. It was February 20th. I work at a library, and I live in a 4-story apartment. And when I was climbing up the stairs going to my I live on the 4th floor.
Right.
And it was kind of dark between the 3rd and the 4th floor. I was kind of like, that's kind of strange, but I had stopped by and got some groceries on my way, so I was holding my groceries on my left hand. I had my purse, and on my way up, somebody had pulled me back, and so I fell down, and my groceries fell on the floor. And
how did they pull you? Tell me how.
Well, they just grabbed me from the back, kind of like they're trying to attack. They were attacking me.
Okay, so they grabbed you from the back.
They grabbed me from the back, and then there was another person on my right. There were two of them. There's another person on my right who had grabbed my arm, and he was trying to get my purse from my right arm.
Right, and this was in the hall, this was in the stairs?
Yeah, in the stairway between the 3rd and the 4th floor, and it was dark, so it was kind of hard to see them. But they attacked me. I fell down, and the guy on my right side, he bit me on my arm, on my shoulder right here. He bit me, and so it really hurt. And so I let go of my purse because he was thugging, trying to get my purse from me. So he took my purse because he bit me, and I was on the floor.
Okay, sir, she's saying she was attacked. You're a superintendent of this apartment complex?
Yes, sir, for 3 years.
Okay, do you remember when this incident occurred?
Yes, sir. When the incident occurred on the 20th, I remember the incident because the police were called out, and I was questioning everything, but like I told the police, I was upstairs on the 3rd floor doing a plumbing job. I was pulling a teddy bear out of a
Was anybody else in that apartment?
Yes, sir, it was.
There's someone else in the apartment?
The lady and her kids were there at the apartment.
Okay. Why do you think the superintendent did it?
Okay. 3 days later, after I had gone to the police the next day after the incident,
right.
3 days later, I was doing my laundry. And as I got my stuff out the laundry dryer, and I threw the lint, the lint from the laundry dryer, I threw it in the trash. And when I threw it in the trash, I looked in the trash, I saw a receipt, and it was the same receipt I had in my purse from layaway, that I had some stuff on layaway at some store.
Okay, so stuff out of your purse.
Yeah, and so I took that receipt and I ran to I went to his office at the apartment. When I got there, he wasn't in his office, so I said, okay, no, let me just take a note and write a note and tell him to call me or come to my apartment because I had found this stuff or whatever. And when I was looking for paper on his desk, I found 2 tickets for the Pixar movie Cars. I had bought 2 tickets a week earlier because I got a discount, if you buy the ticket.
And that was on his desk?
It was on his desk. 2 tickets for the Pixar movie Cars.
And that was in your purse at the time?
It was in my purse when it got stolen.
The stuff that she found on my desk, someone had turned that in earlier prior to me going back out because I had left back.
Who turned it in?
I don't know. I had left back out to go on a maintenance call. When I came back, it was on the desk. I was supposed to put it in lost and found. I just hadn't logged it in lost and found yet because I was running all day.
So you're saying you don't know who put it on your desk and it just mysteriously ended up on your desk, is what you're saying?
Yes. And I was going to log it off.
Did you tell the police about the merchandise found on his desk?
I was really angry when I saw that stuff, you know, so I went back to my apartment and I called the police. And so they came back down and then they asked him some questions.
Wait 1 second. Excuse me 1 second. Big Sugar Ray, there's a man on the front row. He keeps chewing gum. Sir, there's no chewing gum allowed in our courtroom. Go ahead and get that chewing gum for the man in the red shirt. That's you, sir, on the front row. Stand up.
Yeah, you should.
Yes, sir, you're not allowed to have chewing gum in our courtroom.
Sorry.
Give that to Big Sugar Ray.
Character witness.
And Big Sugar Ray, go ahead and take that out there and get rid of it. Okay,
Sorry.
so what now? And so did you tell him about the merchandise found in his place?
Yes, I did.
And did they match his teeth to your bite marks?
They did, but they said they didn't find anything.
Okay, Mr. Smith, tell me a little bit about your credentials. How long have you been analyzing teeth and bite marks?
For 15 years.
Okay, and have you testified in civil and criminal trials?
Yes, I have.
And is that your main profession?
Yes.
The plaintiff is suing the defendant for biting her and stealing her purse. The defendant claims he never bit the plaintiff nor stole her purse.
Okay, so Mr. Turner, they matched your teeth to the bite marks. Ma'am, can you turn the bite marks?
Well, it's healed up now.
But it's right there,
up,
okay.
It was terrible.
Okay, and
terrible.
They matched your teeth to her bite marks on her thing, and it did not match, is that correct?
No, sir. And when she called the police the first time and the police came out and talked to me, they said then that they didn't believe I had did the case. I have been the superintendent.
So he was not arrested?
No, he wasn't.
Okay, give me your evidence. Give it to Big Sugar Ray. And sir, what did you bring here?
I have the evidence that's stating that the work order that I was in
go
the
ahead and get
place
that from him too.
during
Big
the time
Sugar
of the attack.
Okay, first of all, I've got a picture of your bite marks. Okay, then I've got medical bills that you have. I got a medical bill first of $45.32 for penicillin, ibuprofen. Mm-hmm. I've got another medical bill of $230. And then I've got another one for $125. Is that correct from your medical bills?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and sir, you have submitted evidence. You're saying that you were not there, that you were on the third floor, you're saying?
Third floor, yes, sir.
Okay, and you've got a work order for one of your tenants that is showing that you charged them $611.62 for repairing a busted water pipe. It doesn't say the exact time that you were there or correct? I mean, it doesn't have the time you were there.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So your position is you were not there, and you think he did it because I found all that stuff on his table, and he didn't even call me or let me know. You know, if he was where he was, when he said he was, he would have come up, or if somebody gave him the stuff from my purse, he would have come up and told me, this stuff, did you lost it? Right.
Does this look
How
like,
was I supposed to know what she lost out of her purse? I had no idea what she lost out of her purse.
You don't deny that the stuff that was on your desk was out of her purse,
If she
correct?
says it's hers, it's hers.
Of course
but
it's hers.
I don't deny that, but how was I supposed to know that it came out of her purse? I did not know the contents that were in her purse.
But it was found on your desk, and you saying you don't know how it came there.
Someone left it on my
All right, I'll be
desk.
back in a second with my decision. Thank you.
To the plaintiff, can you tell me, were those bite marks inconclusive, or did they actually not match?
They did not match. It did not match the marks.
All rise!
Thank you, sir. Mr. Turner, the police did a teeth analysis and compared it to the biting, but we want to take our own. As you know, we had your teeth looked at. So let me bring in my expert here. Come on in here, please, Andrew Smith. Okay, Mr. Smith, tell me a little bit about your credentials. How long have you been analyzing teeth and bite marks?
For 15 years.
Okay, and have you testified in civil and criminal trials?
Yes, I have.
Okay, and is that your main profession?
Yes.
All right. And you examined his teeth prior to our case, and you compared it to her bite mark. Was he the person that bit Ms. Jacobson?
No, he was not.
He was not. Okay, our analysis confirms that you were not the person to do it. Okay, sir in the red shirt on the front row, can you stand up, please? What's your name?
Yes, sir. My name is Carl Davis. I'm a resident of the building.
Okay, and do you know Mr. Turner?
Yes, sir. We're good friends.
Okay, I noticed the two of y'all walking in here together.
Yes, sir.
And so let me ask you something, Mr. Smith. You remember the chewing gum that this man was chewing during the trial?
Yes.
Okay, and I had Big Sugar Ray bring it back to you, correct?
That is correct.
And were you able to pull teeth marks from that chewing gum?
Yes, I did.
And did you match it to the bite marks on Ms. Jacobson?
Yes.
And was it a match?
It was a match.
It was a match. Are you testifying with 100% certainty that this man is the one that bit her on the shoulder?
Yes, I'm 100% certain.
Any doubt in your mind?
No.
All right, thank you, Mr. Smith.
Nobody, man.
All right, Mr. Davis. You've been linked to the bite marks on her shoulder. You live in the complex. Now I need to ask you one other thing. Was Mr. Turner with you whenever you took her purse and you bit her and attacked her?
Sir, I didn't do it.
All right, well, I think Mr. Turner was with her. I'm going to leave that up to the police. At this time, I brought in the Texas police to arrest you. Come on in here, Detective Al Brooks. Yeah. Detective Brooks, I need you to arrest the man in the red shirt. We have positive evidence that he is the one that attacked you, ma'am. This is the man. I have a feeling that the superintendent was with him at the time. There were two people involved. But I think probably Mr. Davis will probably squeal, but I don't know. The police, I'm going to forward all the information to the police. I'll give them what I have found. I'll give them my results from the bite marks, and they may or not be able to implicate you, but I'll leave that up to the police. Thank you, Detective Brooks. Thank you.
My father never cried in his life. He never believed in crying. He sent me to my room when I cried. So she's describing somebody else. This is not my father.
The plaintiff, a stripper, claims that she deserves the inheritance from a now deceased wealthy customer. The defendant claims she's merely trying to milk the family for all it's worth.
All right, Candy Ratson, you're suing Don Birdsley, who you're the representative of your father, Wilson Birdsley's estate, correct?
Yes.
Ms. Ratson, you're claiming that his father came into your strip club every night, befriended you, and left all his money to you when he died, correct? Right. Mm-hmm. Sir, you're saying that this never happened, that your father did not leave all the money to her, and that it should go to yourself and your son, correct?
Yes, sir. There's no way.
Okay. Tell me about your case, Ms. Ratson.
About 6 weeks ago, I met Wilson. I came into work one night.
6 weeks ago? When did he die?
He died about 2 weeks ago.
So you only knew him for 4 weeks?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And how old was your father?
He was 82 years old.
82 years old. So you, an 82-year-old man, you had a 4-week history with?
Right.
And you won all his money. Okay. Tell me about it.
Well, when I first saw him, he was at a table by himself, and he looked really lonely, and he was a really cute old man. So when I got a break, I went over to talk to him, and he looked so sad. I felt really bad for him. So I started engaging him in conversation, and he starts crying. He was really sad because he didn't have any family. He was just really, really lonely.
Did he have family?
My father never cried in his life. He never believed in crying.
He did to me.
He sent me to my room when I cried. So she's describing somebody else. This is not my father.
What proof do you have that you deserved the money?
We spent a lot of time together. We really talked.
Well, that's fine, but what proof do you have that he wanted to leave you the money?
He took me out to dinner with my daughter and gave me an envelope. And he told me the night that he did not show up at the club, he wanted me to open it.
And what was in it?
A tape and a note.
Do you have it here?
Yes.
Okay, give it a big Sugar Ray. So this is what you're basing your whole claim on?
Right.
It's this tape and note. Okay, hand it to Big Sugar Ray.
I don't have the note.
What did the note say?
It said to take the tape to his bank, which I did.
Which you took the tape to his bank to try to get his money?
Yes, sir.
How much money was in his account?
$110,000.
$110,000. So you took this tape to his bank, and what did the bank say?
They said they would have to hold it.
Well, let's play the tape. Let me hear what this tape's got to say. Play the tape.
This is Wilson Brinford Birdsley, and this is my last will and testament. I, Wilson Brinford Birdsley, being of sound mind with clear mental state and good judgment, do hereby bequeath my entire estate to my beloved friend, Candy Renee Radson. She has been by my side during these last few weeks of my life and has given me great joy in the absence of my own flesh and blood, Don Charles Birdsley, who has his own money, his own house, his own family, which I have not seen in a very long time. I wish for Miss Candy to have all my money and my house and my car, which are worth approximately $110,000.
Miss Candy and whoever
So are you saying
is lying.
It's at your father's voice?
That's not my father's voice.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, you're saying it's not your father's voice. I need to have something to compare with.
Do you have proof?
When I read this case, I brought a voice analysis person. Come on out here, Sam Hightower. But, okay, you've known about this case. Now, did you bring anything for me to compare it with?
No, Judge, I didn't bring anything.
Oh, my goodness. You didn't bring, I mean, you knew about this case. You could have brought a wedding video. You could have brought anything to compare it with. And, I mean, you didn't bring anything?
Judge, this was not my father's wishes.
Let me talk to you. Okay, now let me finish it. If you don't have some proof, I'm going to give everything to this girl. She's got proof, and you didn't bring anything with you here in this courtroom.
Judge, if I could call my father right now.
You should have called him while he was alive.
Let me hear this.
I would call him right now, and he would let you know that this was not his wishes. But if I called home, which is 972, all we would get would be his answering machine.
Well, you might have just saved your case. You don't even realize it. You might have just saved your case. Well, let's call that number. Sir, if I get, you heard that tape of that voice. If I get his father, what happened? The house hasn't been messed with, so the answering machine's still his voice?
We left everything the same, Your Honor.
Would you be able to compare his voice to the answering machine?
Yes, I would.
Okay, let's call it.
Hello, you've got the house of Wilson Birdsley. Leave a message on this contraption, will you?
That's my father.
Sir, have you been a voice analysis, right?
15 years.
Okay, and have you testified in criminal courts and civil courts?
Yes, I have. Okay,
and in your opinion, were those the same two voices between her tape and the answering machine?
Absolutely not.
No.
Even if, can I say something?
Wait a minute.
Even if you take into consideration the pitches and all that, it still doesn't match. One voice obviously came from an older man than the other.
All right, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Hightower.
Right.
Thank you. All right, ma'am. What I think happened in this case is that you recorded this with someone else. I don't think that's his father's voice. I think that you came up with this whole plan to get his money. There's no other evidence that his father wanted you to have this money. You only knew the man for 4 weeks. If he wanted you to have the money, he would have wrote out a written will. That's what he would have gone to his attorney and wrote out a written will. The thing you handed me is not credible one bit. The case is going to be dismissed. But I'm a little mad that you came in there and did this little fraud on the courtroom. So what we're going to do, Big Sugar Ray, you take her down to the tattoo parlor, okay?
Okay.
And I want you to get a tattoo written right across her chest. It says Gold Digger. So next time a man comes in there, they'll be warned, because I don't want anybody to say they weren't warned. And I want everybody to be warned. So you take her on down to the tattoo parlor. Let's get Gold Digger put right across her chest. All right. Take her on out.
Justice was served today. Now I have full faith in the justice system.
Justice was not served today. I had proof with my tape, and yes, it was real. and now I've got this stupid tattoo. I'm gonna have to spend a bunch of money to cover it up.
If you have worked for over 1 year, the Family and Medical Leave Act requires the employer to grant you 12 weeks of unpaid leave if you have a serious health condition or if you're taking care of one with a serious health condition. So if you've been a victim, don't get revenge. Bring them to my court.